chart report. This is the Peace Dealer, and I'm looking forward to looking into your natal chart progressions. We, of course, always like to isolate the lunar cycle, the moon language based on its progression around your sun. Highlights the best timing mechanic and indicator to illustrate what chapter of the cycle you're in. Of course, the moon moves 1 degree every month, and the timing of you doing this is crucial, given that you just progressed 0 degrees Libra moon. The moon, in how quickly it moves relative to the other planets and the luminary of the sun, gives you a legitimate feel for what stage exactly you're in, to the point that the shift of degree as moon helps you feel it. When the moon was progressed into Sag for me, I was exploring and out a lot. And once I went into Capricorn, that whole chapter, 30 months, I was booked and busy. The moon in Capricorn, coincidentally, as a progressed sun Cancer, was my full moon. And we see that you are within the full moon transit. You've begun to harvest. The new moon will start a cycle. The full moon harvests that cycle, and you come into the peak and climax of success. You'll come into that. So when that happened for me, bearing in other solar returns and other cycles combining, I made 100 grand for the first time in my life, and I started a harvest success that led me on to not have to work another job. So I'm always excited to see full moon signatures and progress chart readings, because we see that not only are you going through that, but you're going through that at the highest level. I have a belief that 15 degrees Aquarius to 15 degrees Pisces is the sweet spot. You're touring through heaven before you restart the wheel in Aries. Okay. And this progression is very unique in that the significance of Aquarius progressing into Pisces marks the post-graduation effort of Capricorn. Although you were born as Master Aquarius with the alien sauce, okay? So you were born the humanitarian, of course, as Leo rising, performer, main character, lead role. And the progression out of Aquarius into Pisces into a mutable sign you become, because cardinal is doing, fixed is having, and mutable is being. So whenever you're a fixed sign progressing a mutable sign, you become that quality of the magic your value manifests. Aquarius, as the celestial causal representative of knowledge and the mind of God, will now manifest the only thing in existence that's stronger than knowledge. You guessed it, what Pisces Einstein said, imagination. Okay, the knowledge is the programming network of intellect and knowledge that enables this software of your imagination to function off of course, what you program into your mind. And this is what enables this God level quality of manifestation through simply the vehicle and act of being what it is you imagine. And that's why I always make fun of y'all, because it's that simple, and y'all act like, I don't think you act like it's hard, but y'all do that trickster and troll thing that Aquarius and Pisces do, which I'm not going to get into this reading. But that being said, yeah, Pisces is you becoming the ascended master. Gemini or Taurus is the natural royalty that becomes enlightened in Gemini. Virgo is the mastery of consciousness, or Leo is that creative consciousness royalty that becomes mastery in Virgo. So we have enlightenment in Gemini, mastery in Virgo. Scorpio is the pure royalty and wisdom that becomes ascended. Death becomes life and light in Sagittarius. And you have mastery in Virgo, ascension in Sag, from the enlightenment in Gemini that becomes the ascended mastery in Pisces from, of course, the high nobility in Aquarius. So this is not only a divine becoming, not only have you stepped into the chapter to become divine, quite literally, this is like super badass. This is going to prepare you to shift the direction of how every mutable sign transit changes your perception based on the strength that you're coming into it with. So you have the mental change of perception in Gemini, the behavioral change of your analysis in Virgo, the visual and meaningful change of your philosophy in Sag, and the divine change of your behavior and reasoning, or your beliefs and reasoning in Pisces. The question why, the ultimate change, the final change. So this is very pivotal because mutable sign transits represent sailing in a boat, especially the water sign Pisces, and you're shifting your perception. You're shifting your direction on the compass so that once you step into the cardinal sign, you move in that direction. You are changing your belief in you so that you can step into Aries and now acquire this new ego identification, where you were King Christian, you became Ascended Master Christian, or you became the Ascended Master entity, and now in Aries you'll become Ascended Master Christian. So the Pisces is focusing on the Ascended Master, and it is releasing your ego identity. And as you transcend your existence, you now move into this new direction like a baby in 11 years, because, well, 10 years, because you're at 20 degrees basically, and the sun progresses a year, a degree every year. Your chart moves, of course, a day every year. So that moves the sun a degree every year. And so in 10, 11 years, you're going to progress into Aries and you're going to step in that direction. Let's look even deeper. You were born right before the new moon in Pisces. Okay. So it was like at the very beginning of Pisces. Then you had the full moon in Virgo around like 1720. And then that full moon in Virgo led into the new moon in... No, that's not right. So you're getting ready to actually go into the new moon in Aries. So you had, of course, the new moon in Pisces, and you recently just had the full moon in Virgo. Okay. So you had a new moon and a full moon. You have just completed the first progression cycle. And if we actually go forward to like 2033, we're going to see that this next new moon for you is going to be in Aries. It's going to be like at the beginning of Aries. This is preparing you to start this new cycle. Let's say 2037. 2037. Okay, cool. 2038 then. So basically, 2038, the end of 2037 is going to be the new moon, and 2038 is when you're going to step forward from it. So that's like over 10 years. And that's going to prepare you to initiate this new cycle of defining your individuality post the Ascended Master graduation cycle. Graduation in Capricorn. Then you become like a TA, a humanitarian. And then, of course, you become the Ascended Master, the divine being. So that's important to look at, because right now you have completed the Pisces cycle. Congratulations. This is the heightened 180-degree opposition that gives you the understanding of the critical analytical receptivity through your five senses and experience of everything that's real, so that you can apply this Piscean awareness to believe in the unseen. That was the new cycle that you manifested as an Aquarius. You enacted this belief coming into your 8th house to apply this change of belief relative to how you take your knowledge and deal with other people. And then, of course, this royal rising has progressed and become mastery. I just finished my progressed Gemini rising from being a Taurus rising, and I'm a Cancer rising now. You'll eventually become a Libra rising. So going from fixed mutable to cardinal takes the royal nature of our fixed personalities as royals, and we now manifest this change of the quality magic so that we can direct and step into the attitude. which is purely social for you, where mine was individual from Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, the three individual signs. So you personally are stepping into the mastery of your talent. You are a talented social personality. Virgo is crunching in the mastery of how you now perfect the real element of your expression before you now fully present this in Libras and become the artist. Right now, you're the master, getting ready to become the artist. And this is where this full moon now helped you understand in completing this transit how you are mastering yourself. You're understanding the value, second house, of your own first house mastery and embodying what you're worth. And this is what's projecting out towards other people. Seventh house in your natal, eighth house, the transformation of how you believe you should connect with others. So the moon going into Libra is very significant because this is going to prepare for the eighth house transit that will transform your belief in how you deal with others and trust other people and set boundaries relative to the eighth house of Scorpio in Libra, helping you understand the application of this perceptual behavior, directing this classic definition of your character and how you understand applying the details that you have just analyzed, how exactly to socialize and balance your identity, balance your perception with what you are realistically dealing with in the shift of how you are understanding what you should balance socially in your character, how you take your identification of yourself and socially understand the expression of it, which will in the second house progress, manifest the value of your social skill sets. As while you come into this social understanding over the next 30 months, this will transform your divine awareness that was recently completed in the application of these details, which will now start to see major growth. So this is going to be a highly intellectual transit that's going to have you socializing, that's going to have you really desiring and understanding who other people are relative to this. And because this is trining your Jupiter progressed and moon and natal, this is going to start with not only amazing expansion. The moon in Libra is going to connect this because it's empty here. It's going to connect your knowledge and genius, and of course this expansion of information that will take what you know about other people and how you really express what to say based on what you know. And the moon in Libra is going to flesh out more how to say it. So the first major trine coming into the first 10 months is, of course, naturally going to be the grand air trine with Jupiter and Neptune, expanding the quality of how you exalt this information so that you can bridge with this understanding in Libra how to unconsciously and intuitively express this extraordinary cosmic supernatural knowledge. Mars, of course, went from 0 degrees to about 11, which is just charging up more of this ascended fire magic. And Venus began its retrograde, which is very rare. So that means you're getting ready to reevaluate while the nodes are transiting your Aries Venus energy, this redefinition of how you maintain value and who you trust with your heart. Mercury, which was retrograde, is now direct. So this reevaluation of the genius of your mind is now on track to transcend how you apply this knowledge to develop more of the divine nature of your beliefs. And Chiron's getting ready to get the fuck out of Sagittarius, so that's just wild for all sorts of reasons, but relevant because with the trine of Venus retrograde on your rising, this is going to really help align how you induce this healing very amazingly. I hope you enjoyed this progress chart report. A lot more of it was exposition just to explain the science of it, but the most important thing you need to know is that you have just begun a 30-month 2.5-year transit mark and chapter in order to begin to complete this, of course, mathematical harvest that has begun, and so that you can come to enjoy the transformation of your divine awareness relative to immediately understanding how socially to balance this power you're manifesting and to continue to harvest every single bit of the divine nature of what you have finished ascending into. I hope you enjoy this process and chapter. You stay blessed as always.